Hello. So I first want to start out by saying that I feel very passionately about trans issues and trans rights. I've actually spent a lot of my time in my sociology classes researching and advocating for trans issues, trans rights, and things of that sort. So I've actually studied misgendering and the harms that are associated with that previously before taking this class. But there's a wide variety of harms that come from misgendering trans individuals. The first of these being it undermining their self-worth and their self-respect because it erodes their agency to conduct and live their life how they want to live it. They have to constantly absorb these negativities that leave them feeling like they're less worthy than other human beings in the end. And these constant microaggressions actually manifest themselves in physical symptoms. We have anger, depression, anxiety, suicidal ideations, loneliness, and even more than that, we have, a long list of physical symptoms that come from these types of things. And then we also have it preventing trans people from being who they really are. The threat of microaggressions and discrimination and harmful treatment makes trans people feel like they have to either stay in hiding or go into hiding because they can't be who they truly are in front of other people. And then we also have political oppression and domination. And this is where everything pretty much leads up to this, where trans people are denied their basic human rights, human dignities, and services that are afforded to everyone else. So there are a plethora of examples of this in our political sphere right now. So we could come up with a few examples for this. First, we have the Trump military ban, we have the bathroom bans, we have the bans on gender conforming care, and there's actually a good example of this in politics right now. So Sarah McBride, she's the first open transgender woman in Congress, and she has faced so much backlash that it's ridiculous. Other members of Congress have refused to use her pronouns. There have been talks of bathroom bans imposed on her. And I just thought that was a really good example of misgendering a transgender individual within politics itself. So let's talk about Talia Mae Bettcher. She would definitely believe that trans women are women. Bettcher ultimately believes that we are the authority of our own gender, that whatever we believe about our own gender is most likely valid. And but she really believes that we need to expand what our definition of womanhood is and move away from this purely biological determinant. So she wants us to have a definition or an understanding of womanhood that really encompasses all different types of unique women that exist. She wants us to have a definition that validates the diversity that truly exists under the umbrella of womanhood. So she definitely believes that trans women are women, but we also need to have a better understanding of what a woman is or what a woman could be. So, do I believe that these bathroom bans, such as the one in Ohio, are moral? Absolutely not. These bans are not moral in any sense of the word. So, first, in philosophy terms, these bathroom bans really violate Kant's categorical imperative because they undermine someone's autonomy and their agency to live and exist how they want to exist. It invalidates the existence of trans people. And I wouldn't consider that following respect for persons. I think that's, in fact, one of the worst violations of respect for persons that there is. And we also have it institutionalizing discrimination. These bans really set an example and teach people that it's okay to invalidate trans people and to ultimately treat them like shit. It tells them that if the law of the land can do this, then your average Joe can do whatever they want to invalidate and mistreat the trans community. And then we have the obvious like psychological and physical harms that come from this that we kind of discussed before with the misgendering harms. So these bans, by invalidating the existence of trans people, can really lead them to having anxiety, depression, anger, loneliness, distrust, and even suicide attempts and completed suicides. This can ultimately lead to the death of trans individuals. So I don't think that's moral at all. And I don't even think that these are constitutional because they violate the equal protection and equal treatment that the Constitution promises all Americans. Trans individuals are denied the basic rights and services, like these bathroom bans, that are afforded to everyone else. We don't see any bans or limitations on biological women and men when it comes to using the bathroom in public. So I don't think it's moral to impose that on trans individuals either. I think one of our most important things here is validating the existence of trans people and all these different types of human beings that fall under the woman, man, non-binary, genderqueer categories, that they need to know that, or we all need to realize that they truly do exist and they deserve the same human rights and dignities that are afforded to every other person in this country. So, all in all, I truly do not believe these bathroom bans are either moral or constitutional. But yes, thank you for listening, and I can't wait to hear your response.